guys, since I've been traveling so much over the past few years, it has become a big goal of mine to learn a new language since I've only ever known English. This way during my travels, I could immerse myself in the culture better and then also just navigate logistics easier. I've definitely found myself going back again and again to Japan, and thanks to Rosetta Stone, the amazing partner of this video, I've been studying Japanese. Rosetta Stone is an immersive language learning app that makes learning new languages feel natural. The app uses a combination of pictures, audio, and native pronunciation tools to teach languages in the same way you would learn your first one, through context. I have a super busy schedule, which can make it really hard for me to stay motivated in studying, but I will say Rosetta Stone makes it super easy because I can use it anywhere, either on my phone or my desktop, and the lessons are short, probably around 10 minutes long or so I can even do them on my commute to work or just whenever I have time during my day. One of my favorite features is the dynamic immersion approach. It's not just about memorizing words, it teaches you to think and speak like a native. Rosetta Stone has you learning through real-world pictures and native speaker audio, so it feels way more engaging. Plus the pronunciation tool, amazing. It listens to how I pronounce words, compares them to native speakers, and then gives me instant feedback. It really just helps me fine-tune my pronunciation so I can speak with confidence.
誰が靴を履いていますか?
誰が靴を履いていますか? So another amazing thing is Rosetta Stone offers a lifetime subscription to their services, which gives you unlimited access for life with no renewal fees ever. You can access exclusive content and advanced features that regular subscriptions don't offer. It's pretty much like unlocking the VIP version of language learning. With the exclusive link in my description, you can get access to all 25 languages on Rosetta Stone with a lifetime subscription for 60% off. So if you've ever struggled in learning a new language or want to connect more with other cultures, I highly recommend checking out Rosetta Stone. It's been such a rewarding experience for me, and I really can't wait to use my Japanese on my next trip to Japan. You can check out Rosetta Stone using my link in the description box below.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the vlog. If you've been following along, my friend Melissa and I spent 4 days in Paris, and now we are moving on to our next city, Edinburgh. We are in! Woo! First, we checked into our Airbnb, which was a 15-minute drive out from the city center. The Airbnb has an office with a pull-out couch, 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, and a living room. Everything was so cute.
Hey everyone, so we made it to Edinburgh and the Airbnb is so cute and cozy. We are really looking forward to coming back here and just hanging out after dinner. But that being said, we are going to head out to dinner. We're gonna try to find a spot to eat. We don't have any reservations or anything, so hopefully we can find a spot that isn't too crowded. It is a Friday night, so I don't know what the scene is like in Edinburgh, whether things get crowded or not, but we're gonna try it out. It definitely also is a lot colder here than in Paris, so it's gonna be just a little bit chillier. I don't have a coat, so I'm gonna have to make do with my trench, but it's very moody and very vibey.
For dinner, we went to Makars Mash Bar, a restaurant that specializes in mashed potatoes flavored with meat or vegetarian toppings. You choose a meat or vegetarian option and one of their several different mashes to go along with it. I got the cream soda and we ordered a Scottish egg to start.
Okay, trying the Scottish egg. How is it?
Really good. Like a little Avril Lavigne. That's good. That's what I mean. It's like fried thing.
For our entrees, Melissa got the sausage and I got chicken. We both chose their classic mash option. The food was so good, especially the mash. And for dessert, we got their strawberry apple crumble, which was probably even better than the mash. Let's get in there.
How do you get in
Oh, this is a bit difficult. After dinner, we went back to our Airbnb and started The Hobbit, which I had never seen before. And that was the end of our first night in Edinburgh. The next morning, we woke up to lots of rain, but on our drive into the city, we luckily got to see a rainbow. Our first stop was the Elephant House. This cafe is famous for being the birthplace of Harry Potter, where J.K. Rowling wrote parts of the series. Its original location has views of Edinburgh Castle, but it suffered significant damage from a fire in 2021 and is temporarily at a new location. This cafe serves a range of delicious teas, coffees, and meals, some of which pay homage to Harry Potter. It's definitely a kitschy spot, but I did enjoy the food and hot chocolate while looking down at the city. Next, we walked to Armchair Books, a second-hand and antiquarian bookstore with a cozy and labyrinth-like interior. Afterwards, we chose to walk through Old Town, the oldest part of Edinburgh. This area is full of Gothic architecture, cobblestone streets, and historic alleys. We walked through Advocates' Close, one of Edinburgh's most picturesque and historic alleys located off of the Royal Mile, and then made our way to the Milkman for some coffee. The Milkman is a specialty coffee shop housed in a historic building, and I fell in love with its cozy atmosphere. It's a very small shop though, and we were lucky to find a table to sit at.
Just like sugar bread.
The sun finally came out as we walked to our next destination. Topping & Co. is a book lover's dream with its multiple floors and floor-to-ceiling shelves full of books. This bookshop is special because they offer complimentary tea or coffee for anyone browsing. They have multiple tables around the shop, so we found a couple of books we were interested in, took a seat, and shared a pot of tea. It started raining again, and we got to enjoy our tea and books by the window. The rain cleared up, so Melissa and I headed out to grab some hot chocolate at the Marshmallow Lady. This artisan marshmallow shop specializes in gourmet marshmallows in a variety of different flavors. You can order hot chocolate and choose one of their gourmet marshmallows to put on top. I chose the cookies and cream, and Melissa chose the vanilla. We then made our way to the Gently Mad, a charming family-run bookshop and bookbindery. The entire store has a very whimsical vibe with lots of quirky decor. This shop offers unique services like custom bookbinding and also sells antique prints, vintage postcards, and curiosities. For dinner, we ended up at the Malt Shovel Inn, a pub on Cockburn Street. For a restaurant in a high-volume area, I was pleasantly surprised to find the food was incredible. Then we headed home for the evening and caught a beautiful view of the moon outside of our Airbnb. Look at that moon over there.
Good morning, everyone. It's our last day in Edinburgh, and today we're pretty much just gonna do all the stuff that we didn't get to do yesterday that's on our list. It is a pretty small city, so there's not, in general, a ton of stuff to do, which is good considering we're not here for very long. But yeah, I think it is going to be quite chilly today. It is like freezing in the city, though I think it's not gonna rain today, hopefully. So at least there's that going for us. But because I didn't bring a coat, I have been freezing in the city. So I am wearing today a little bit of a warmer white top with my blazer and hoping that I can make do with that.
So we headed back into Old Town to grab coffee at the Milkman when it opened. There was already a line out the door by the time we got there. We both got our coffees, and I also had to get this cute pumpkin cruffin which had pumpkin-flavored cream inside. Next, we walked through Princess Street Gardens to get to Waterstones, a bookshop that has an incredible view of Edinburgh Castle. The seats by the window that overlook the castle are very popular, so we waited online and then ran to the tables to try to grab them. We were very luckily successful because most of the people in the line were just waiting to get into the store. The bookstore has a cafe, and we grabbed some drinks and took some photos by the window. The fall colors were so beautiful. So because it was so cold in Edinburgh and we were a bit underdressed, we decided to stop by Uniqlo to buy something warm to wear. I got this scarf, and honestly, it was the biggest lifesaver. We went back to Princess Street Gardens to take some photos since it's so beautiful there, especially with the leaves changing color. Then we made our way to Cappuccino, a cute neighborhood cafe with the coziest interior. We spent a bit of time just sitting and chatting in this corner, and it was perfect. So you might think we wouldn't be getting any more food or drink right away, but you'd be wrong because this gelato shop called Mupai was right down the block and we had to try their hot chocolate. This spot is popular for their hot chocolate with marshmallow fluff piped on top.
The blowtorch stopped working, so Melissa isn't burnt.
We were done with sweets after that and did a little more walking around Old Town. Because we had liked the food at Malt Shovel Inn so much the night before, we decided to go again for dinner and it was just as good.
We're back for a second.
We grabbed a few snacks to take back to our Airbnb and then watched Twilight together for a perfect end of the night.
Hey, we got Twilight!
Hey everyone, it is currently 5:16 a.m. and I'm up because we're gonna leave this morning. I have a train to catch around 6:30 and Melissa's catching her flight around 9 a.m. So she's just gonna go to the airport and I'm gonna go to the train station. I've packed pretty much everything up and I just have so much stuff. I'm like definitely nervous for when I have to go to the airport from London because packing all my stuff was kind of a struggle because I just ended up accruing a lot more stuff over time. And yeah, I think it was just tough to pack for like this colder weather because you always have to pack a lot more layers, a lot more heavy clothing. So that took up a lot of my space and I only brought a carry-on. But anyway, I'm at least gonna have some time to sleep on the train because it's like a 4.5 hour long train. Hopefully it's nice and pretty and hopefully I get a good seat. So I'm gonna, get there early to the train station and hopefully figure it all out.
I said bye to Melissa and took a car into the city to get to the train station. The train ride was very peaceful and it honestly felt like it was over in a flash. Once I made it to London, I took a taxi to my hotel. I loved how it told me what my driver's name was. And even though I was early to check in, I got lucky that my hotel room was ready. I was so happy to be able to put all of my stuff down and freshen up after the long train ride.
Okay, so as soon as you open the door to the hotel, it leads you to this little hallway and you have to open this door to get to the bedroom. But wow, it's nice to be in a hotel. And I guess that this is the bathroom.
Yay, so I made it to London and my room is luckily ready. That is actually the most amazing thing ever because now I got to put my stuff down, refresh a little bit, and I actually do have to head out to meet up with my friend Alex. We're gonna meet up at a bakery and I believe it's in Notting Hill. I thought I was originally going to be able to walk there, but it looks like I'm gonna actually have to take an Uber because otherwise I would be running a little bit too late. So I think I'm gonna head out now.
The car ride was only about 10 minutes long when walking would have been 40. I made it with time to spare and was so happy to catch up with my friend Alex. The coffee and pastries from the spot were incredible as well. I did a little walking through Notting Hill afterwards before taking the tube to Marylebone. It wouldn't be a trip to London without visiting Daunt Books, so I just had to go. The shop is often praised as one of the most beautiful bookstores in the world, and I love their selection of literature.
So I'm not really sure what to do now. I kind of didn't have a plan today and I'm regretting it a little bit because I just don't really have anywhere like certain I'm going to go. So I just found a coffee shop on my list that was kind of nearby and I'm gonna walk there now and hopefully they'll have some space.
I made my way to Café, which luckily had lots of seating. Since the weather was fair, I decided to sit outside and had a lovely hour of just sitting, listening to music, and people watching. Now that I was caffeinated, I took a long walk through London to get to Covent Garden, where I just browsed around for a while. I always love how beautiful this area is. I was pretty hungry by now and came across this restaurant with great ratings called Noto. Noto is a pasta bar that serves a variety of, you guessed it, pasta dishes. They had a butternut squash soup on the menu as well, so I got that, and oh my god, insane. 10 out of 10 dish. I got the cacio e pepe as well, which was also incredible. I just thought this meal was perfect. And after dinner, I just headed back to my hotel for an early night. Good morning, everyone. It is my final day of the trip. Well, I guess final full day because tomorrow morning I'm going to be leaving, but I have the entire day to myself in London, and that means I'm going to be going to a ton of cafes because since the last time I've been to London, a ton of new cafes have opened, or at least have come into prominence, and they all look so cute, and I just want to try to hit as many of them as possible. And I don't know how I'm going to eat/drink so much stuff today, but I'm gonna make it work. I just love to do this. This is just really fun for me. So I'm gonna take you along with me. You're gonna see all these cute cafes, and I think I'm gonna be going to the Shoreditch area and then probably walking like downward from there. Of course, I'll try to see if there's any other cute little spots that I can stop by in the meantime, but for the most part, I'm going to be doing a lot of cafe hopping today. Luckily, it looks like the temperature today is going to be around like 50 to 65 degrees, which is honestly beautiful. Chef's kiss. So I'm wearing my trench coat today, my jeans, gonna wear my sneakers, gonna be comfy. So yeah, I'm about to head out. There is a cafe actually really close to my hotel that I wanted to stop by first. Thought I might as well get there around when they open just because I'm so close, and I love to hit places as soon as they open just so I can get them empty or really not busy. So let's head out. My first cafe of the day was Foreign Exchange News. It combines a coffee shop experience with the functionality of a currency exchange service, though the currency exchange was closed when I visited. The shop also sells different print magazines. So that was the cutest cafe ever. I felt too nervous to film myself there, but it was adorable. I loved it. And now I'm gonna head to Shoreditch to go to some more cafes. After a bit of a commute, I made it to Palm Bakery. This bakery and cafe has a minimalistic design and serves a variety of house-baked pastries. I got a coffee and a croissant and sat there for a while. Next, I went to Ida, my favorite concept store in London. It sells Scandinavian-inspired men's and women's clothing, homewares, and has its own cafe. I didn't end up buying anything this time around since I truly had no room in my suitcase to bring anything else back. I hit up Brick Lane Books next. They're a staple bookstore in Shoreditch, and it's always fun to browse there. At last, I walked to my final cafe of the day, Nagare Coffee. Nagare is a specialty coffee shop with a focus on Southeast Asian and international roasters. The interior was so cute and homey, though it got super crowded since the spot is quite popular. I loved it here. Okay, so I think I'm going to go to Chelsea now just because there's a bookstore there that I really want to see, and I don't really have anything else on my list at the moment, and I have quite a lot of time before dinner. It's like noon right now, so I'm gonna head there. I just really hope that I can eventually find a bathroom down there because there was none in that cafe that I was just in. Wait, I think I found bathroom. With my bladder emptied, I tubed myself over to Chelsea and made it to John Sandoe Books. This bookstore is set in a charming Georgian townhouse that once housed a poodle parlor and is renowned for its unique atmosphere and staggering collection of approximately 25,000 titles. Okay, I think that was my favorite bookstore yet. I've actually never been inside of it before. I've only ever taken a photo of the outside, so it was really great to actually go in, and it was just so beautiful. Now I'm just walking. I think maybe I'll go through Kensington Garden and try to just walk back to the hotel or something because I don't really have any other plans right now, but I'll see where the wind takes me. I made the walk through the park, which was so pleasant since the weather was nice. The leaves were still only starting to change colors for the fall. At some point, I joined a crowd of people watching these wild parrots on the grass. I had actually never seen a parrot in the wild before, so this was pretty cool.
Okay, so I hung out at the hotel for a little bit and now it's around 4 p.m. and I made reservations at Dishoom for 5 p.m. I just really knew that I wanted to have a good last meal and I love Dishoom, so I made a reservation there. But because it's only 4, it gives me the perfect amount of time to do a little bit of shopping right beforehand because there is a Vivienne Westwood that's like a few minutes away from the Dishoom, and I just kind of want to, check it out and see what they have. So I thought I might as well walk around a little bit, do a little bit of shopping, and then make my reservation at 5.
I went to Vivienne Westwood and didn't end up buying anything, walked around the area for a little, and then made my way to Dishoom for my dinner res. Dishoom is inspired by the Irani cafes that were once central to Mumbai's social and cultural life. The menu offers a fusion of classic Indian dishes and celebrates Bombay street food and Parsi cafe traditions. The dishes are usually ordered to share, so at first I did feel totally awkward ordering for one, but it actually was the best experience. I had so much food for myself. I ordered the chicken ruby, chili butter bhutta, paneer, and basmati rice. And I think for one person, I really cleaned that up.
Okay, that was the most perfect dinner ever. I'm so happy that I went there. And to finish the day off, I'm going to go to Cream, which has these cookies that are kind of like levain cookies, and I just really have to try them out. So I'm gonna go get some. Let's go.
So I went to Cream, secured the cookies, and I promise I tried them off camera, and they really can compete with levain.
Okay, I am all packed, and we are going to head out. Goodbye, hotel room.
It was time to head back to New York, so I called an Uber to take me to the airport and had a nice, peaceful ride there. Thank you to all who followed along on this trip, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!